accurate.
You wildin', nigga. All right.
Let's do it. All gas, no break. Welcome to the show. Chris, Justin, and Mo, the band, is back together after about a month hiatus or so since the last time we recorded. So I think last time a well-deserved hiatus.
I don't know.
Yeah, last time we recorded as a family.
It might have been good content, to be honest with you.
It might have been, but I mean, for a while, there was like really nothing left to talk about. But now there's something to talk about. The New York Jets today fired general manager Joe Douglas. It's the end of an era, a 6-year era in which the Jets went 30-64 over that period of time. I believe it's one of the bottom 3 winning percentages for a general manager of all time.
But
sadly, I think he's one of the best general managers we've ever had.
Yo, I swear to God. See, I knew it. Justin. See, I knew Justin was sad. I knew Justin was sad.
No, I knew he was
because Justin broke the news real quick about Robert Saleh getting fired.
I did. You're right about that. I didn't catch the news about Joe.
Well, you know who hired Robert Saleh? Joe Douglas. So that's a blemish on his resume.
No. He has a blemish for the coach, but drafting wise, I mean, he's probably one of the best. He's probably one of the best GMs we ever had.
I wouldn't go as far as we ever had. I mean,
drafting wise,
Mike Tannenbaum did draft well in the 2000s, and whoever was before Mike Tannenbaum drafted pretty well.
Eric Mangini.
Yeah, well, it was Mangini and Tannenbaum together drafted very well.
Yes,
Tannenbaum and Rex together did not draft well, and that's why Tannenbaum got fired. And for some reason, it
was clear that it was clearly Eric Mangini that was really on the upper hand there.
It was. I mean, Joe Douglas, he did some good things for this team. I'm not going to deny that he did some good things. I think he was better than Idzik and McCagnon, despite having a worse winning percentage than them. That's where you really got to put this whole thing into perspective about Joe Douglas. Like, yeah, he did draft. He did draft Garrett Wilson. He did draft Breece Hall. He did draft Ahmad Sauce Gardner and Jermaine Johnson. The first.
McDonald's.
He drafted Will McDonald. Olu Fashanu does look promising. But there are plenty of, for all the good picks he made, plenty of blemishes as well. He drafted, I think the biggest one, obviously, drafting Zach Wilson 2nd overall. And he had so many chances to get this thing right. Like he couldn't surround Sam Darnold with talent. So then it's like, all right, they do a clean break from Sam Darnold and, start over, new coach, new quarterback. They don't get that right. Then, they throw up the Hail Mary to get Aaron Rodgers and they get him here. But it seems like the Aaron Rodgers doing anything on the Jets dream died, the night he tore his Achilles, because he's very clearly, not the same player anymore. He can't move. He doesn't really throw the ball down the field. He's kind of just a check down god and, just kind of throwing like 4-yard in breakers to pad up his completion percentage.
Okay. So here, I don't want to cut you off, but I want to lead into this about Joe Douglas. So here's my theory. And I think because it's clear that they had it in their mind that they wanted to fire them anyway. So
Joe Douglas hasn't been working for like the past
not even Joe Douglas, just Saleh. And as soon if they had fired him the year before, before coming into this year, Joe Douglas could have had a chance to hire another head coach.
Yeah, I think you could have either that, or you could have even fired Joe Douglas last year. I think.
I mean, you could have, but I mean, I would honestly, I would have gave Saleh 3 years and then have Joe Douglas hire another head coach. Give him at least 2, because the defense was already good and it just fell into shambles this year.
Yeah,
I would have given it at least 2 years, and then I would have fired him.
Then you would have fired Salah or Joe?
No, I would have fired Douglas.
I think that
I'm saying I would have fired Salah already.
Yeah, Saleh definitely should have been fired after last year. I think you could argue that Joe Douglas probably should have also lost his job after last year. But Aaron Rodgers had too much of a say, and he, and everyone's saying that Aaron Rodgers got Saleh, but apparently Aaron Rodgers twerked his little booty to keep everyone here after.
Yeah, it's the Aaron Rodgers effect.
They convinced. He basically successfully convinced Woody that he could fix it, or they successfully convinced themselves that all they needed was a quarterback, that they were just a quarterback away. In reality, they were never really a quarterback away. And, once they got Aaron Rodgers, they started operating very differently. It seemed like Joe Douglas did have a plan, and it did seem like he was making progress. There was a time in, I'd say October of 2022, the stretch of football the Jets played then, you could really see the vision coming to life. But then once they realized that they didn't have a quarterback in Zach Wilson and they brought in Aaron Rodgers, the way they operated completely changed. And I think that's when Woody started to, meddle a little more, to the point where, for the last, I would say the last 2 months or so, really since Saleh was fired and Woody went over Joe Douglas's head, that Joe Douglas hasn't even been working anymore. I mean, last week we lost a kicker on waivers because we simply forgot to add them to the 53-man roster, Spencer Schrader. Luckily, we signed Anders Carlson to our roster before.
Yeah, who doesn't look bad.
So, yeah, it certainly doesn't look good. It looked like for a while that, his vision was coming to life. But I do think that, as far as last season, if you were gonna not use Aaron Rodgers as an excuse, Aaron Rodgers being hurt as an excuse, which I don't think they should have. I think that last year exposed a lot of the problems that this coaching staff and this regime have ultimately. And I think that if you were going to fire Saleh last year, you could have made the case to fire Joe Douglas too. He didn't bring in a backup when Aaron went down, which basically just threw our season away. And it was a season that had promise. I mean,
also Woody didn't want to pay for a backup.
Yeah, Woody didn't want to pay for him. So, I mean, listen, multiple things can be true at once. Obviously, Woody is a terrible owner, and I think we all agree that he is the root of all of our problems, and that's why.
Yes, 100%, yes.
That's why we have very little faith in whatever's going to happen next, that it's going to work out. Because what have we seen that would give us any suggestion that it would? And maybe Joe Douglas provided slightly more of a glimmer of hope as the previous 2 GMs. Although I would argue, I mean, Maccagnan probably provided more of a glimmer of hope because he actually led the team to a winning season in 2015 for it to be stripped away. But I think you could have made the case that you just fired Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh last year. That way, because if you fired Joe Douglas, or if you fired Robert Saleh last year and kept Joe Douglas, you would have had to extend Joe Douglas to match his timeline with whatever new coach you were hiring. And I don't think that really would have made sense. It wouldn't have made sense to extend Joe Douglas based on what his body of work was at the time. So I think that the clean break probably should have happened last year. And at that point, with hindsight being 2020 now, it's a lot easier to say with seeing how Aaron Rodgers has played. But I think the right thing to do would have been to clean house last year and tell Aaron, we're bringing in a new regime, and If you don't want to deal with that, we can facilitate a trade somewhere else. Or
in hindsight, who do you think would have been the GM and head coach if that was the case?
If that was the case, I mean, there were plenty of good options available. I don't know if
gotten Harbaugh.
I don't know if Jim Harbaugh would have come here, but apparently, like anytime the Jets tried to hit him up, he said no. But
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't blame him either. And it's like, who would really want to fill these roles going forward?
Exactly my point. And that's why I made that statement earlier when we were in the chat. I said Woody ain't gonna hire a better GM than Joe Douglas.
Well,
and I'm standing by it.
I'm gonna push back on that a little bit. I'm gonna push back.
Go ahead, do it.
I'm gonna push back because he already had a better GM than Joe Douglas before him in Mike Tannenbaum.
You think so?
Now, yeah, Mike Tannenbaum was a million times better than Joe Douglas. I don't think it's even an argument. Mike Tannenbaum brought this team to playoff appearances, AFC championships. The last time the Jets were remotely relevant in our lives.
But I don't think that was. I don't think that was strictly Tannenbaum.
I don't think it was strictly him either. But I mean, you don't think that Saleh had input on some of these picks too. Like Joe Douglas had Malachi Corley ahead of Brian Thomas Jr. on his draft board. So he's not this genius that like.
I'm not saying he's a genius. No, I'm saying he was making moves and he was trying to keep the money straight at the same time.
But I would also argue that in response to what you said in the group chat about how Woody will never hire a better GM than Joe Douglas. Now I'm with you that there is no reason to trust Woody Johnson to get this right. Absolutely no reason whatsoever. However, I think I would argue that it would also be very hard to hire another GM and for them to go, in almost 100 games for them to only win 30. I think it would be hard for the next. I think it would be hard for the next GM to be even that bad. Is it possible? Sure, definitely possible.
It's always
possible.
Possible. But I think it's like an impressively bad record that he's put up in the 90s.
It is, but you don't think that has to do with like coaching staff as well? Because when he started,
Joe Douglas hired.
He has Adam Gase's records into his resume as well.
Yeah. And that's not on him. That's
I mean, it was only I guess a year, maybe a year and a half if you want to count that year he was there.
Even if you take those years out.
But that's a shitty ass team that you have to recover from.
Yeah,
it's a shitty team you have to recover from, but it's been that excuse is out the door though. It's been 4 years.
Yeah, I know. Even on top of that, but I mean, when you're hiring a coach, you're expecting the coach to actually use talented. Because all right, agree to disagree. Do we have talented players on this team?
Yes,
we do have some. I think the talent on this team is slightly overrated. But we do have talented players, yes.
All right, where was the drop? Was there a significant drop off on the defense from being a top 5 to like a bottom 5 right now?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's on the coaching. That's on the culture.
And that's my point.
That's on the
and that also started.
It's not on Joe.
It is kind of on Joe. Joe Douglas inexplicably traded. It inexplicably traded John Franklin Myers away for no reason at all.
Okay,
and that's the real reason why our defense sucked.
Well, they said it was supposedly for like cap space, but fuck, you can find $6 million. Get the fuck out of here.
And he's balling out.
That's what pissed me off. Yeah, I know.
Honestly,
they had $6 million. They gave it to Javon Kinlaw. He's making $7 million a year,
and he fucking sucks.
Why on earth did you sign Javon Kinlaw?
That was this is where it gets in with the coaching. That was a solid guy.
That's my issue with those.
And I'm sure that
those trades or just letting people fucking go.
So
not signing them. I don't think it's all on Joe.
So are you giving Joe Douglas all the credit for the good picks that they made? And
no, not at all.
No,
because he fucked up the Zach Wilson pick. I can tell you that shit.
Yeah, and that was him.
And he fucked up Aaron Rodgers too. But I feel like Woody got involved with that.
I really don't hold them fucking up Aaron Rodgers against them, but like
I do.
But ultimately, Aaron Rodgers working out or not was what was going to determine their fate, because they had 2 chances before to get this thing right.
It was a chance they were willing to take.
They got
because
0
they said, fuck
closer.
It.
They got 0 closer to a playoff spot than they were. In fact, they might even be farther away from a playoff spot than they were in, say, 2022.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
which is insane.
So, I mean, yeah, and I'm wearing this on purpose, actually, the 91.0 JFM hits t-shirt, which is kind of to throw a little shade at Joe Douglas. And I mean, not that I want to like throw shade or, like kick the man while he's down.
Look, I'm like even keeled on Joe Douglas, like as our GM. Like I'm not mad he got fired, nor am I
not mad or
celebrating that he got fired.
I'm not necessarily. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really celebrating anything. I mean, even when Salah got fired, like, I wasn't exactly thrilled. I'm pretty sure. All right, can I make this collective? I'm pretty sure we all felt the same. Ah, shit, here we go again. That was all our reaction. Shit here. Well,
to me it was something
that way. To me, it was something a little different because we had never fired a coach mid-season before. At least we did one time in like the 70s. So I thought it was a little different, but clearly it was. I see what he was trying to do. Like he was trying to create a spark when he did that.
Right, and I'm not mad at him for it. I'm not mad at him for it.
I think the mistake clearly was promoting Jeff Ulbrich. Because
I think the mistake was firing Salah.
Well, I think
it should have been somebody else.
Yes, it should.
I don't know who.
It should have been Joe first. It should have been
Joe first.
It should have. Well, no, I think if you fire the GM, then you just have to clean house. But no, I think.
we were going to clean house regardless. We should have fired.
What's the point of doing? All right, during the season, I mean, what advantage do you really get? Like, you get a head start. You're not going to hire anybody right now.
I mean, do. You're not going to hire anyone now, but it gives you a head start on the search, and at least you don't have to go behind.
How much of a head start, really? How much of a head start?
Yeah, I mean, because you have the whole season.
You have 2 months. Well, here's the thing.
If they're not working in the NFL, sure.
Well, with Woody fucking off and going to Uzbekistan or wherever he's going to go with Trump.
Is he even going?
I don't even know. Nothing's been
he's going to have
it's not going to be announced until when he's in the White House.
But they were calling him Ambassador Johnson on like the the conference.
They've been doing that shit.
But so I don't know. The expectation seems to be that he'll probably have some role in the Trump administration. I don't know. But if Woody is fucking off to wherever he's going or not going with Donald Trump, at least now he has 2 months to make a bad decision instead of 2 weeks to make one. Because if you're firing them, beginning of January or whatever, when the season ends, there's really only 2 or 3 weeks to complete the search before you're leaving,
or leave it up to his brother again,
or do that. No. Yeah, I mean, who knows how they're even going to go about the search for the next GM and head coach? Because I mean, they always hire like some consultants or something. Like Charlie Casserly got us Mike McCagnon. I forget what they did to get John Idzik, but I think they basically got I think they basically hired like a team of accountants to get John Idzik because they wanted someone to control the cap. Justin was probably in on that.
I know.
100%. He was an intern.
I will say accountants should not be making those decisions.
No. I mean, John Idzik essentially
he's saying that now. Meanwhile, he's sponsored on another YouTube channel, saying, "You know what? The accountants are making the decisions."
Oh, not gonna lie, we do make a lot of decisions, but for all for NFL personnel, there should not be any input from anyone who doesn't understand the game.
It's they can't keep their Woody Johnson is basically Jerry Jones Jr.
Yeah, no. He's Jerry Jones Sr. He's hands down worse.
He's a less successful Jerry Jones with a shittier stadium that he shares with his his roommate,
exactly.
John Mara.
He is hands down worse. I don't know who he's gonna fucking hire for interim owner, but I'm sure he's gonna
interim owner. There's no interim owner.
Well, the interim owner would probably be
his brother.
Interim president. My bad.
Oh, fuck.
Well, the interim GM. They already named the interim GM.
Yeah, no, that's Phil Savage. I'm just talking about who's going to take over the duties when he's doing whatever Trump wants him to do.
Yeah. Well, one idea.
I hope it's Trump.
Yeah, that would be something.
He gets the best deals. The best.
If it gets him out of the White House, sure.
We have the greatest GM. We have the greatest head coach.
Well, one of the ideas that's been, suggested a lot is that they do need it. They should probably hire like some sort of president of football operation.
So Jaime has to go. That's what you're saying.
What's that?
Jaime has to go. What's his name? Jaime.
Yeah. Who the fuck even is that?
That's the president right now.
Okay, well, clearly he's not doing shit. So yeah,
he's gotta go. He's gotta go.
Like, what's his
Jets?
What's his what's his background? What's that guy's background?
Fucking know. I just know his name is Jaime. He's like.
I know he exists.
Wait. Jaime as in like his first name. His first name is Jaime.
No, that's Mexican. He's like Arabic or some shit.
Yo, because honestly, the only person I've ever met called Jaime, this nigga was a fucking failure.
Yeah, so I would say that's enough. I would say that's enough to, get. I would say that's enough to get.
Hold on. Let me find out.
I mean, clearly
just in case Jaime's checking this out, he was a failure.
Yeah, and you are too.
He stopped drinking, and then he actually started doing the shit he needed to do. But
cocaine.
Oh damn. Okay, yeah, his name is Jaime El. He's been the president of the New York Jets since 2019. So pretty much since Adam Gase has been there.
Yeah, he can. He's
been with the team for 24 years.
Yeah, he 24? Needs to get that guy.
24?
Yeah.
Get this guy out of here. Who the fuck is he?
Yeah, no, he got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he's been here for far too long.
So Woody, yeah, okay.
Well, that's the issue. Woody doesn't give a fuck about winning.
Yeah, he just cares about ticket sales, man.
Yeah.
So obviously, so the football operations president thing has been tossed around. Now, I did see one interesting thing about it.
Jaime El. That's his name.
So,
Jaime El.
When this idea was first passed around, people were kind of thinking of someone like a Pete Carroll, maybe, because that was kind of like the role Parcells played before. That was like the role Parcells played.
I know Pete Carroll ain't looking for a job.
I don't think Pete Carroll is necessarily that guy, but someone brought some reporter brought something up interesting. There is a former Jets player who is looking to get into ownership or like investing in the team.
I thought you were gonna say Curtis Martin.
Favorite Martin. There's an idea floating around that Curtis Martin could be could be
I'm
interested.
100% down for that.
I would tell
down.
him, don't waste your fucking money.
Nah,
I would. I'd be down with it. I have no idea how it would go. There's really no way to know how it would go.
But he would change the culture. He would change the culture. Curtis Martin admitted, like, he's like, yeah, no, I just did football because look, it paid good money, basically.
That and because
there's a lot of players that
he grew up in a pretty like ghetto area of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And, I think his parents like made him like take up a sport or take up football to like
he was
basically
dominant.
Stay out of trouble.
He was dominant.
He was great. One of the goats.
He said during his Hall of Fame speech, like, football wasn't his go. Like, that's not what he wanted to do for life.
There's a lot of players that say that shit all the time, and they end up just being really good at playing the sport. I think recently, like David Montgomery said the same thing, and he loves basketball.
But he couldn't make it in basketball. He made it in football.
Yeah, exactly. Because the motherfucker's a tank.
Fine. That's fine for me. Like, I'd rather have an ex-player that actually understands what these players are going through. You can be there in the facility every damn day, talking to players, creating an actual culture.
I mean,
that would be beneficial.
If he really wants to do that, I'm all for it. But
he was there.
I'm not. My expectation. I'm not saying like of this
he's going to take us to the Super Bowl.
Is I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no,
I mean, just for the record, I really do not care. Anything that they do, I don't care who they sign as a GM. I don't care who they sign as a head coach. I already told you, if they sign another fucking defensive coordinator as a head coach that's never been a head coach, I might quit the podcast. I might. Or take a hiatus. I don't know. I probably won't.
We'd have to suspend broadcast.
I had to use this podcast to vent.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing with hiring, a first time defensive coordinator, head coach. Obviously, we've done it a few times now, and it really hasn't worked. I mean,
it's worked maybe like once.
It worked with Rex Ryan for a few.
That's about it.
That's it.
Until he brought his own guy.
I mean, look at it this year. It works with fucking Dan Quinn.
It works with it works with Dan Quinn. It works for DeMeco Ryans. I mean, it all comes down to
Bowles.
Well, Todd had like one good year with the Jets.
Todd Bowles still sucks as a head coach. I mean,
as a head coach, Todd Bowles will always suck, but he at least gets more out of the Buccaneers defense than they should.
They're 4-6.
The Buccaneers defense is pretty bad right now. But
I'm just saying more than should.
They have one more win than us.
I ain't saying they're good.
He took over a team. What was his name? The Cardinals coach,
Bruce Arians.
Bruce Arians. He took over a Bruce Arians ran team with Tom Brady and couldn't win a Super Bowl.
After we fired.
That shit was.
After we fired Bowles, he went to Tampa to be their defensive coordinator. They won that Super Bowl with Tom Brady when Bruce Arians was still there, and then I think after the Antonio Brown thing, or maybe it was the year after that, where Bruce Arians retired and Bowles became head coach.
It was Bowles was the head coach for that.
They went to for what? Antonio Brown.
It was was it 2021 or 2022? No, it was 2021. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, Bruce Arians was still the coach at that time.
Bruce Arians was still head coach.
So I remember Bruce Arians I
remember because Jets we almost beat them.
Yeah, we did, and Bruce
Zach
Arians
Wilson sucked ass and tried to get a first down and he couldn't.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a Jets Braxton Berrios, and he ran the wrong play or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a crazy game. But And I low key, even though we were tanking, I low key kind of wanted to win that game. But
I did too.
But
I did a lot.
Yeah, but
I actually really wanted to win that game.
And Bulls did take the Baker Mayfield led Bucks to the playoffs last year as a head coach. I mean, the biggest difference now is that Bulls at least has a good offensive coordinator. Hopefully he doesn't.
That's what he always needed. He always needed a good offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Well, I thought John Morton was all right, and then he fired him because I think he was afraid he was going to like take his job or something.
Yeah.
And then he brought in Jeremy Bates for Sam Darnold,
who was like going on fucking mountain hikes and shit.
That's some ego shit. That's some ego shit. If I was a head coach, I'd be like, all right, yeah, cool. You take my job.
Why is it always our fucking team that does shit like that? The Bucks didn't do that.
Yeah, but even so, Todd Bowles is still like not a good coach for the Bucks. Like I know a lot of their fans are finally seeing the light and realizing that Todd Bowles.
That's what I'm fucking done with this fucking team. They always fuck everything up.
That Todd Bowles is like not a good head coach. I mean, in the Lions game that they lost last year, he could have like gotten the ball back and stopped the clock at the end of the game, but he had a timeout and literally just didn't use it. Like inexplicably did not use it. And no one really seemed to care or notice, but like he still does things like that, and he's always coaching scared. Like he didn't go for two against Kansas City when they had
Todd Bowles should be a defensive coordinator.
He should be. He is a defensive coordinator.
That's it. No, that's the highest level that he should have reached.
Yeah, so I don't think
he hit head coach, and he's constantly like, "Oh yeah, no, head coach is my fucking position." Nah, nigga.
Yeah, so I don't think Bowles is like I don't think Bowles is like a good like example of like LOL Jets. Like this guy leaves and does.
Nah.
But yeah, I mean. Yeah, but the whole Curtis Martin, the president of football operations thing. I mean, it is interesting. Who knows what'll happen? We've tried everything at this point. So I mean, I'm kind of down to do something outside the box. But yeah, I mean, when you're hiring a first year coordinator, and this could work for the offensive side or the defensive side, but you really just don't know what you're getting. I would probably
we never know. We never know.
You really never know because, like, you could be getting the next D'Amico Ryans or you could be getting the next Robert Saleh if you're hiring a defensive guy. And if you're hiring an offensive guy, like, you could get the next Dan Campbell or you could be getting the next Adam Gase. Like, you really just don't know.
But see, this is the thing. When you get a defensive coordinator that ends up being a head coach. Remember when we had DJ on and we were playing Houston?
Yeah.
He was like, you just have to get lucky.
Yeah, all that matters. Yeah.
Because they got lucky with CJ Stroud.
Yeah, and like same with the Commanders and Dan Quinn and Jaden Daniels. Like you just have to hit on the quarterback.
But we never fucking get lucky.
No, yeah, we never get lucky.
Never.
No. We got lucky. We got lucky with Sauce, Breeze.
Nigga, you want to bring up Sauce? Let's start it.
Ahmad Sauce Gardner.
Look. I already voiced in the fucking group chat.
Ahmad. It's
Ahmad.
I don't know who Sauce is. Ahmad.
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner was on our team. Sauce Gardner was on our team from 2022 to 2023.
2023. Yeah, that's it.
In 2024, we now have Ahmad Gardner. He who gives up on plays, doesn't tackle, points the fingers at other players. Goes on Twitch.
Let's look into Sauce's. Let's look into Sauce's brand. Let's look into his brand.
If he's pointing fingers at other players, I'm not a fan of that ever.
He did that.
You were a fan. You were a fan of it last couple weeks.
He did.
No. I'm a fan of him voicing his opinion in general. But if he's pointing fingers,
he literally
yes. He said, "Oh, my one play that game was in
he's cursing out.
Was the issue? Nah,
dude, he's cursing out content creators like us, so he can curse your ass
honestly,
out.
Respectfully, we're not like them. Those content.
We're not.
We're way cooler.
100% wild. 100% wild.
Yeah, I wish y'all know I'm fucking laid back. We all laid back as a motherfucker on this podcast. But we can fucking lash out about stupid shit.
We can.
And I'm not opposed to it.
It's stupid shit. It's stupid shit. I agree. It's
anyways.
And I mean, all right. At this point, why do you feel like Sauce fell off?
Because there's no.
Is it too much? There's too much distractions around him. Is that what it is?
No. Fuck, nah.
I think it's either he's playing distractions, or I think that the priorities in the offseason changed.
He
got the golf simulator. Not even that. No. This nigga trained, did work, and then everything he's done, everything he's fucking trained for, was minimalized because the entire defense just didn't give a shit.
He's part of that.
Yes, no, 100%. He's part of it. Yeah.
He makes decisions on players.
You know what? I get your point. Because
in football,
at least on defense,
he's like a disgruntled employee. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, but
at least on defense, I could tell because it trickled. You could tell it trickled down because the defense always started with the defensive line, and the defensive line was always what went up against, and then just held down the fort for the secondary.
It made Sauce Ahmad Gardner's job a lot easier.
It did. And now the three pieces that we lost.
Why did the D-line? Why did the D-line?
They haven't been replaced.
Being like, oh man, yo, fuck this team.
Yeah, but we also took in players that were supposed to be in replace for that. But
I think
it was never in the middle.
I think the problem is we have too many mercenaries and like independent contractors on the team, and
you have I 100% agree.
Like Hassan Reddick, prime example.
Look, the team is this
prime example. Javon Kinlaw is
he fucking sucks.
We traded. We made moves. We made moves to get these other motherfuckers when we had a cohesive unit. Bryce Huff, JFM. They liked playing for the Jets, and we had camaraderie.
Yeah, and I'm okay with
all right, we're gonna get rid of him.
In hindsight, but the JFM.
You know what really fell off, and people take it lightly.
Move.
You know what I think really fell off, and people take it lightly. I think Jermaine Johnson made a big presence.
Yeah, I think losing Jermaine Johnson in week 2. Every time
that was big.
The last 2 games that I've been at where the Jets have won, I've seen a season-ending Achilles injury. Jermaine Johnson against the Titans and Aaron Rodgers against the Bills. Those are the last 2 games I've been to. The Jets have won, and both had torn Achilles in them. I think that the loss of Jermaine Johnson really hurt the defense too. Obviously after Saleh was fired, Jeff Ulbrich was in over his head with still calling the defense and trying to be a head coach and learn on the fly how to be one. That situation obviously
not a head coach.
That situation obviously like killed our defense, which was supposed to be like the strength of our team. Now it's the weakness of our team. But I mean, as far as Sauce goes, I don't think we should necessarily. I don't think I'm gonna I know that day I was like, yeah, get this bum out of here. But looking back,
I like to let him ride for the 4 years on the contract.
And I think
at least.
That's
fine. I don't mind doing that. But the thing is, all right, can he retract? Yeah,
we need to let people grow because like Sauce is definitely Ahmad is definitely like, you know, he has some maturity issues. I think, you know, he's kind of his behavior, you know, the past few weeks, like during these games, after these games, like in the Colts game, he so like the Jets started the game terribly. And like to the point where like they gave like the Bronx cheer, like the sarcastic cheer for like, they made a sarcastic cheer for the Jets getting a first down, like after the 2-minute warning in the first half was when they got their first down. And they gave like,
which was insane.
Cheer,
I was like, they're cheering like honestly. They just won the game.
Yeah, and then they gave Sauce a sarcastic cheer like the one time he made a tackle, and like in the press conference after, the dude didn't even know like what happened to him. He was like, oh, I thought the crowd energy was great. Like they gave me a standing ovation like for making a tackle. It's like no, that was not like that the joke or whatever went way over your head. And then on the last drive of the game, and like I don't really care because like I'm actually glad the Jets lost that game to the Colts. But on the last drive of the game, I think Anthony Richardson completed a pass to I think
Pierce.
It was Alec Pierce, yeah, and
his like college teammate.
Yeah, Sauce had the Sauce had the underneath coverage, and then he, even though I guess he was probably like, you know, I guess he was in cover 2 and he was supposed to cover the flat.
And then did you see where he pointed out to the safety? There's no one cover him.
There's no one in the flat, so he could have just went with him, but instead he just, you know, he just lets the guy, he lets Pierce roll past him, and then Pierce makes the catch, and as soon as he like makes the catch, he starts pointing at Jalen Mills, the safety. Like he was like, I'm not even saying figuratively pointing fingers, he's literally pointing fingers.
He was, yes.
Yeah. And like that,
you know what's wild?
You're supposed to be this all-pro corner who wants $30 million a year, and you're gonna point to like the undrafted free agent safety who's been on the team for like less than a month, who actually was the state of the Jets and like their leadership is so shit that before the Cardinals game, Jalen Mills was the guy like breaking the team.
He's been rallying the crowd up. He's been good.
Yeah, like Jalen Mills is like the only guy that's like bringing like energy to this team. Like,
which is sad.
Yeah, so like I don't really necessarily want to trade Sauce. He is probably like the one player on the team that you could get value for if you were to trade him, though. I would leave that decision to the next GM.
I don't want to trade Sauce only because he is at his highest.
Justin doesn't want to trade Sauce because Sauce has already established his brand. So it's like losing Jamal Adams again. That's basically what it is.
Nah, because Jamal Adams is like,
you're trying to protect your jersey investment.
He was at his peak, basically. Adams was at his peak. Fucking Sauce isn't.
Oh.
You think Sauce peaked already?
I don't know.
Really?
I think so.
That's
wild. I do. 100%. And
wild.
All right. What? How has he played his first 2 years?
Phenomenal.
How is he playing now?
Phenomenal. That's not on. It's not that he peaked. It's the fact that he just doesn't give as much of a shit.
Okay. Then you just said it yourself.
That doesn't mean he can't go to another team and give a shit and then show, I'm still this all-pro level quarterback.
But why would he not give a shit?
Because the fucking coaching sucks. The managing sucks. The culture sucks. Why would I give a shit about a team that's going to pay me still shit money compared to what I'm deserving?
Then why would you want a player like that on your team?
Well, I think Sauce is overestimating what he deserves.
No, I don't think so at all.
You think he deserves $30 million a year?
Hell no.
Well,
a corner who doesn't even travel with the number one receiver who can't tackle deserves $30 million.
I want to bring up one thing. So when Saleh got hired, do you remember how Rex brought in like players that he knew Like he had players that he brought in.
Yeah, he brought
like Salah never did that. I just realized Salah never did that. He brought in like Solomon Thomas.
Yeah, he didn't do that till like later.
He never really brought in players that were that he knew cult defense, like his defense. He never really brought in anybody.
I think we signed like some random running back from the 49ers, and like that was it.
Yeah, it wasn't Mostert. It was
although Mostert was on our practice.
Telvin.
Yeah, it was Telvin Coleman.
Yeah, that was about it.
Yeah, that was the only guy. Yeah, which I guess begs the question: did people maybe not want to follow Salah? Like, did
Nah,
I mean, Fred Warner wasn't going to follow Salah. I can tell you that.
I mean, also like San Francisco was like, San Francisco was like still such a good team. Like, probably no one really wanted.
No one's gonna follow him out of San Fran.
It's true.
But every
there are
still
players
that on the defense, they love Salah.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they all.
But there are players that love Salah that you don't think would have just said, "Okay, I want to play on Salah's defense on the Jets."
No, why?
Why not?
Why the fuck would I leave a team that could make it to the Super Bowl for a team that hasn't been there?
The Ravens. Well, here's what I'll say about the whole
nigga shit.
Here's what I'll say about the whole Rex comparison in that regard. The Ravens were a playoff team and a Super Bowl contender.
That's like saying, okay, why would I go to Shanahan as a head coach when I've been successful here? When he became the head coach for the 49ers.
That's different. That's head coach.
Why is that different?
That's a head coach.
So was
Salah.
No, he was the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, but
motherfucker, he was the Jets head coach.
Yeah, that doesn't mean fucking shit. Why would I leave a head coach? Why would I leave a head coach and a good ass team to go play for the goddamn Jets? Why? Give me one good reason why I would just be like, all right, yeah, cool. We get 10 wins, at least 10 wins a season to go for a team that can't even get fucking 6.
You saying that now?
Nah, they knew that. Who knew that? They knew that the Jets, they're not up to that caliber. Even with Salah there, they're not up to that caliber because the offense has issues. The fucking owner can't hire good people to actually produce.
So that means you knew Salah was trash the whole time. That's what you're saying.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
The players did.
If you think the players did, that means you did.
No, that doesn't mean I do.
Yeah, it does.
Nah, because
basically
the players know more than me.
And now, so the players, you're going off the players. What does that mean?
That means trust the players. The players ain't following the coach.
Well, here's what I'll say is that
when he actually got hired.
Hold on, hear me out for a second.
Yeah, go on.
Because the
comparison, I'll compare and contrast. Because wait, let me go first. Right, so Salah actually did get hired in 2017. So a lot of the players were actually like on their rookie contracts. They probably couldn't even come. They probably couldn't even get through to the Jets anyway. But besides like DJ Reed, who played with him for like a year, and Solomon Thomas, who they cut,
and DJ followed.
Yeah, and Javon Kinlaw, who they also cut or let walk. But what I was gonna say is like in making the comparison to how like Rex had players who followed him from Baltimore and Salah didn't, and the situations that those coaches were going to, like on paper, they were kind of similar in a way because when Rex was leaving Baltimore, they were a playoff team, like, and Joe Flacco was just at the beginning of his career, so They thought so. They were a team that figured to be contending for a pretty long time. And the Jets, they didn't know what they had at quarterback. They didn't know like they were going to get Mark Sanchez at the time. They didn't know who the quarterback was going to be. It could have been Kellen Clemens, but Rex still got people like Bart Scott and Jim Leonard to follow him.
Dogs.
Saleh was, for whatever reason, Saleh was not able to, for some reason, Rex was able to do that despite the uncertainty of the situation to get people to leave a good situation. It's not like they were leaving a bad situation.
Rex,
so
I got
was unable to do that. Maybe that's like, maybe that's what 11 years of a playoff drought and dysfunction like does to your reputation. But for whatever reason, Saleh couldn't do what Rex did in that regard.
I have a hypothetical.
It's very different when you're looking at a 49ers team where you're like, all right, yeah, no, we could have a playoff chance in the future. Why am I giving up this chance to go play for you?
Fuck the chance.
Why?
I have a hypothetical right now.
Money. That's the only reason.
For coaching. Offensive, defensive, and head coach. All right.
Let's hear it.
So, head coach, let me leave the head coach for last. All right. Let's just say Cincinnati decides to fire Zach Taylor. Would you want him as an offense coordinator?
I'd be open to it, yeah.
I wouldn't mind it.
I'd be open. Yeah.
All right. Rex Ryan as defensive coordinator.
I would take Rex any day.
Yeah, I would.
John Gruden head coach.
Nope.
I don't know, man.
I'd fucking take John Gruden. That's a crazy motherfucker. I'd take him any day of the fucking week. I don't care.
He is a crazy motherfucker, and I think it would take a crazy motherfucker to take this job. But I wouldn't want John Gruden to be making the football decisions. I do think the Jets.
Who would you like then?
I don't know. I mean, I do think the Jets need an asshole to like come in here.
It has to be one. It has to be an asshole.
Like if you're talking about changing the culture, like you need an asshole because like these guys.
You do because there is no who would survive in New York. You can't be fucking soft.
But
these guys.
I don't think Gruden's the asshole to fucking take the position.
Motherfucker, he's fucking nuts.
He just signed a contract with Barstool though.
He can cancel that shit.
Yeah, so I mean, who knows what'll happen? I mean, you definitely need someone who's a bit of an asshole, I think. And the thing with Gruden though is like if he was running the show, I wouldn't necessarily want it because he would do something stupid like when he traded Khalil Mack.
Oh, just do dumb shit
or do dumb trades. Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't want.
All right. Well, it depends who the GM is at that point.
Yeah, I mean, then that's like a whole different discussion.
Yeah, that is a whole different discussion. But I was talking specifically coaching wise.
Just coaching. Yeah, I mean,
coaching. I have no idea what coaching, what coach is available that would actually change.
I'm talking about coaches that would actually come to the Jets and say, "Okay, yeah, I'll take this job." Head coach.
It's tough.
Who's out there? I'm
asking you.
I mean, Mike.
I have no idea.
You said no to John Gruden, so I want to ask you who else is there.
I said no, John Gruden.
Cliff Kingsbury. I don't think he's coming here.
Cliff.
Ben Johnson. Hell no.
Yeah, Ben Johnson's not coming here. I don't think that we're gonna get that GM like there's some guy from the Lions like Agnew who's been like a hot name as like a new GM.
For a GM. Yeah, I heard about him.
I don't think we're going to
get anyone who's never been a head coach before.
I think anyone from the Lions who's in high demand is not going to come to the Jets unless it's Aaron Glenn because of the whole, because of the whole Jets connection. And the fact that like defensive coordinator coaches get like less opportunities than like the offensive people. And I honestly like, Aaron Glenn wouldn't be my first choice. I wouldn't hate it, if we fired him, but
you know who my honest first choice is, and I wish we could get him.
I want to hear this. I want to hear this so bad.
Bieniemy.
Yo, honestly, I thought about Eric Bieniemy.
That's hands down my first choice. That is who I want.
I hope that happens just so I can see it. Just so I can see it.
I would love for that to happen. Love for it to fucking happen. He honestly wouldn't fucking start Aaron.
He would be
if Aaron doesn't retire after the season, he'd just be like, all right, yeah, cool,
Aaron's gone. Aaron's gone.
No, I don't think Aaron's not coming back. I don't think he's going to be.
I don't know, man.
I think he's going to play football next year. His ego's too high, but he's not going to. Apparently, according to I think Connor Hughes and people in the insiders,
Connor Hughes, he knows. He knows.
Yeah, Aaron should know he's done.
According to him,
this nigga can't make the most basic passes.
He made a dope ass pass to Devontae Adams.
He did.
And did you see that right off the snap?
But
I was like, all right, he still got it. He still got it. And I was so into that fucking game.
So Aaron Rodgers said that he wanted to. Aaron Rodgers has said that he wanted to play. Aaron Rodgers had said that he thinks he wants to play in 2025. And at the time, I think presumably the assumption was that he meant that he wanted to play for the Jets in 2025. Mm-hmm. However, according to Connor Hughes, apparently Aaron Rodgers wanting to play for the Jets in 2025 was contingent upon continuity with the coaching staff and the GM. Everyone's gone.
Good. So honestly, if he wants to leave, please.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out, because he's not even good enough. He's not even good enough to deal with the bull. He's not terrible.
Yeah,
he's not terrible. I mean, he can't move. He's still playing better quarterback.
Fuck not being able to move. He can't make the passes that he used to make.
That or he doesn't want to, because he's I think he's playing to pad his stats basically. But he doesn't drive the ball.
He is.
He doesn't drive the ball.
Look at his stats; it's insane. It looks like he's playing good.
Yeah, and he's not playing.
I never thought about that.
He's not playing terribly, but he doesn't really move the ball. He doesn't really extend the field that much. It's a lot of dinking and dunking. So
and that's fine. He did a lot of that in Green Bay.
He throws behind.
He did a lot of digging and dunking in Green Bay.
But
that was the whole propaganda when all we needed was a average fucking quarterback, and then now we get one, and the defense sucks ass.
Yeah, well,
so you know what? At this point, I could give two fucks anymore. But I don't care who we get at GM. I don't care who we get at head coach. I don't care. I just want to see something. Too. So I just want to see success.
The defense, from this point out. The defensive regression, though, by the way, it did start before Salah was out the door. It really went down the shitter after Salah left.
Yeah, game one,
the regression was starting, and it's
San Fran.
Yeah, it started really from day one.
They played one quarter during preseason, and they're just like, "Yo, this is wild. This is stupid. This is absolutely stupid. Why can't we win a quarter?"
We couldn't even get a first down until the fucking second half.
It's fucking pitiful. So when the offense doesn't produce,
that's insane.
But the thing with Rodgers is that he's not good enough.
He don't care. He's a fucking piece of shit.
He's not good enough to deal with the baggage. If he was still good, we would deal with it gladly. But he's not.
Yeah, no. Look, if he was dropping dimes every game, multiple dimes, not just I had Devontae that one. Nah, I'm pretty sure Devontae is frustrated with him because he's not getting the ball to him as he used to.
Yeah,
that's on Rodgers. 100% on Rodgers.
Devontae does seem. I've noticed that Devontae's been dropping a lot more passes too.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think part of it might just be
I
like
don't even think it's. I don't think it's Devontae dropping passes. I think it's just Rodgers not hitting him accurately.
Not hitting him. Yeah, that's a fucking issue.
Might be true. That might be true.
That's what it looks like, because it looks like he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Why would he care?
I think Devontae's another one of those.
It's on him. It's a drop pass on fucking
Devontae's another one of those like independent contractors.
So he went from one shit ass team to another shit fucking team.
Yeah. He made he left the Raiders where they're probably gonna win like 3 or 4 games to go to the Jets where they're probably gonna win
another 3 or 4 games.
Devontae regrets going to the Raiders because his best seasons.
Well, I have a theory. I have a theory about where Aaron Rodgers goes next and where Devontae goes with him.
I hope Minnesota.
I don't think it's going to be Minnesota. I think Minnesota.
Just because it'd be funny.
I think Minnesota, it would be funny and like complete the cycle of history repeating themselves, especially if they go to an NFC Championship game. Rodgers like finds it again or whatever, which I'm not ruling out. He could go somewhere next year and play well. He probably will. In fact, like we'll clip.
Honestly, I agree with you there. Yes, 100%. He probably whatever team he goes to,
probably
he'll probably have a
win
good career
and go to the playoffs.
Good year.
But yeah, this is just like it's just not the time or place in New York for him, unfortunately. So, but I don't think it's going to be Minnesota because I think
it's not going to be.
They're either going to do the JJ McCarthy thing or they're going to run it back with Sam Darnold. I bet.
I would run it back with Sam if I was Minnesota.
Yeah, I would run it back with Sam too. Yeah, give JJ like another like redshirt year, and if Sam struggles, you can put JJ in. Yeah. I think that looking at the teams and like the situations, I think that there's like maybe 2 places I could see Daniel Jones and Devontae Adams like being a package deal and going to either back to Las Vegas to the Raiders because like they might not fire Antonio Pierce. It's only been 1 year. And, like, you know, he's a defensive guy. So, like, I could see him kind of, like, staying out of the way and being like, all right, Aaron, like, you do what you want. Run the offense how you want. We'll give you Brock Bowers and you can bring back Devontae. We could pretend like whatever happened never happened. Or
that'd be funny.
Or the New York Giants.
Oh.
They don't have to move and, like, the Daniel Jones experiment failed. Maybe they don't want to draft a quarterback, and maybe Dable and Sheen feel the pressure of trying to win now, and maybe they roll the dice on Rodgers.
Do you assume Devontae's out after the season?
I assume that
Rodgers is gone.
I assume that if Rodgers is
why
gone,
Rodgers has been fucking ass.
Then he's gone.
They live together. They live together. They live in a Taco Bell together.
Yeah. But if I was Devontae, I'd be like, look, I made a career change for my old school quarterback.
And you fucked up, and now you retire.
He fucked up twice. He came back to his other old school quarterback, and it ain't working.
And he left him.
Yeah, well, where do you think Devontae would go if he doesn't follow Aaron? Kansas City?
Think Devontae stays. I think Devontae just stays.
You are fucking no. I'll bet you right now he doesn't.
You think he just stays to play with Tyrod Taylor or Jordan Travis or whoever we draft?
Nah, well, it also is dependent on our draft.
I don't think he's staying because
I think it's dependent on draft pick.
There's void. All the years on his contract after this year are void years, so he could easily get out of it if he doesn't want to stay. But let's go back to Eric Bieniemy for a second because I actually did think about Eric Bieniemy.
Bieniemy was fucking wonderful.
It was absolutely
fucking wonderful.
It was very bizarre how he wasn't as hot of a commodity as people thought he would be, being the OC in Kansas City. Maybe they just think he's a Mahomes merchant or
he wasn't the OC though. He wasn't the OC. He was the coordinator, run game coordinator.
But he had choices.
They named him the OC, but he was always the run game coordinator, and Andy Reid was the pass game coordinator.
Well, then didn't he go to Washington?
And then he went to Washington, and then shit the bed.
And was he actually calling the plays there?
Yeah, he was.
Well, as a head coach, he wouldn't necessarily.
Still take
now he's in college. He's a coach for the he's the OC for the UCLA Bruins. I mean, it would be rolling the dice on a first-time head coach who's been kind of removed from the NFL. I mean, like I wonder what it was about like his interviews that cycle where he didn't get hired by anyone.
I could tell you right now.
Right here.
I could tell you right now, right here.
Yeah,
I ain't that dark, but
he's Justin calling the plays.
He's he definitely has a similar feature of Justin. So I'm sure that definitely.
I'm not even talking about it because he's black. I'm just saying he's Justin calling the plays.
No, the enemy. He deserved a head coaching job.
Okay, give it to him then. Give it to him, and let's see what happens.
I mean,
100%,
yes. 100%. Yeah.
He would probably, because you also have to think like who's gonna want to take the Jets job, and like he's someone who I feel like would take the job because like he's kind of been out of the NFL and he's been out of the NFL. Like who's he to scoff at like head coach of the Jets at this?
He would say yes.
Woody would never fucking hire him.
Why not?
I don't see.
He hired Todd Bowles, didn't he?
Yeah, he's hired.
He
black
did.
coaches.
Yeah, no.
Robert
Saleh, Herman Edwards.
It ain't race shit. I don't think Woody would hire him.
Well, that's on Woody then.
What about
is Woody even going to be the one hiring him?
I think he's going to be involved. Well, really, he should hire the GM or the president of football operations and let them do the head coach.
Not gonna lie.
And for people that keep saying the fucking Johnson and Johnson shit, they sold that shit like 25 years ago. So let that shit go. They only own the Jets now. Yeah. That shit's owned by somebody else.
Yeah, Johnson and Johnson is just by name.
But I'm all look.
What about Kellen Moore?
Kellen Moore.
I wouldn't mind him as an OC though.
You wouldn't want him as a head coach?
A head coach? Todd. All right.
Moore?
These are the names that come to mind. Todd Monken, I do like.
I like him. Would he want to come here though, especially after because they interviewed him. They interviewed him in 2019.
They did. And they
ultimately
and then they took Adam Gase.
So he might. So
and then he went to like Georgia.
He'll probably be in high demand too. So like he might just tell us to go fuck ourselves.
You know who all right. I don't think I've said who I actually want as the head coach yet.
Who is that?
Cliff Kingsbury.
I would love Cliff Kingsbury, to be honest.
Yes, I want Cliff. I think Cliff is a quarterback whisperer.
Yeah,
as long as he gets the guy he wants.
Yeah. I mean, him and Kyler Murray were doing some work.
Mm-hmm. They were.
It ultimately,
and I don't know why they really separated that because I don't know. Maybe it was on Kyler Murray's part. But
yeah, I mean, I think it kind of like fizzled out.
After I think it did
after a while, but
I do like Cliff Kingsbury
Kyler Murray, and like he drafted Kyler Murray, and Kyler Murray looked good like right away, which is kind of that's been eluding us for a very long time, like getting a quarterback and having them look good. I also think whatever quarterback we draft, we should let them sit behind Tyrod.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind that either.
Tyrod's our
and
quarterback.
You know who I wouldn't mind as a OC? Josh McCown.
Ooh, yeah, I would like Josh McCown.
I'm down for that. I'm down.
He's on Minnesota right now. He's on Minnesota right now. and he's a quarterback.
Oh, is he really?
Yes.
That's dope. That's dope. I've always been a fan of McCown, not as a quarterback, but as
a guy.
Yeah.
As a guy, I wouldn't mind experimenting with that.
No, fuck experimenting. It ain't experiment. This nigga, he does work behind the scenes that we don't know about.
It's true. I feel like Josh McCown will be a dope
he is
coach.
Definitely he's definitely a leader too.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
And we actually won a lot of games with him playing quarterback.
Yeah,
in 2017.
A lot more than
we expected.
A lot more than we were supposed to.
With a shitty ass team.
That team was supposed to win like 2 games.
And he actually he was like grooming Sam Darnold for like a year.
Yeah, that's his understanding of the game. That's
he was helping
where we
Sam
need
Darnold.
A McCown.
He also.
So if Cliff Kingsbury head coach, Josh McCown OC, Rex Ryan DC.
Look, I would take Rex any day. I would take McCown. I don't know about Kingsbury.
I think Rex.
What?
I think Rex would take Kingsbury to the Jets if it was to be the head coach.
I think Rex
is head
coach.
No, I think that Rex Ryan would only go back to the Jets to be their head coach. I don't think he'd go back to the Jets to be.
You don't think so? He already wanted to go as the Cowboys defensive coordinator, but they didn't want to pay him.
Yeah, but like he was. I think with the Jets it's like different. I think with the Jets it's like
that's his ego. It's his ego. I agree with you. I agree with
you.
See,
ego.
He wouldn't want to be a defensive coordinator. But that's where he can excel. Like, I don't understand why he wouldn't want that. Personally,
you want to bring Salah back as the defensive coordinator?
I would.
I'm
sure.
Yes,
I would. 100%, I would. 100%, I would.
Yeah. Jeff Ulbrich might not even get like defensive coordinator interviews now.
Yeah, no. I think Ulbrich's out.
He's kind of been. I think he'll be like a linebackers.
I feel so bad for him. He seems like such a cool ass fucking dude.
He is a cool dude, but like he just can't. He can't. Hack
he's not. But he looked like such a fucking badass fucking dude. Like you thought he would be like the fucking man.
Yeah,
it seems
now like defensively
he can't get our defense to play. I'm done with Ulbrich.
Yeah, I think the league might be
done with him. You know, I feel like this question was actually. I feel like Woody did that on purpose, just so we can understand. Oh, what if Ulbrich became the head coach? Well, now you know.
But nigga, I never wondered.
I highly doubt Woody knew that this was.
Whatever. You never wondered.
Nah, I never thought Ulbrich as a fucking head coach.
People were debating it.
People were saying that he would get jobs, and whenever people were talking about firing Salah, it was always like, promote Jeff Ulbrich. Although I think what they should have done if they were going to do a mid-season firing,
I think they did that just for that reason.
They should have promoted Ron Middleton, the tight end coach, if they were going to.
That motherfucker don't do shit neither.
He won a game for Robert Saleh.
He don't do shit.
He's the perfect interim coach, though. He's loud and he's loud. You know, like he's loud.
Interim. He ain't gonna hire next season.
But how is he coaching tight ends? I could do that shit.
Well, our tight ends suck.
Exactly.
But I mean, I don't know. He brought, he had good energy. He brought that energy at the Senior Bowl. He brought that energy that one game that he coached in substitution for Salah because Salah had COVID. I think that he would have been the better option as the interim head coach because then you're not taking Jeff Ulbrich away from what
he should be doing,
being able to just focus on the defense. Or promote Brent Boyer, the special teams coordinator.
All right, I just seen a tweet from Jermaine Johnson right now, 30 seconds ago.
Oh,
just thought about how I'm gonna feel running back out of the tunnel in MetLife. Gonna be a core memory to say the least. Shit. Man.
All bricks got to go.
The whole staff.
I think Jermaine Johnson was a big loss, and people don't bring that in. I feel like he was a big loss.
It doesn't get talked about enough. Like I think people just assume like, Will McDonald's got this, and that once Reddick eventually comes, that he'll fill the void that Jermaine Johnson left.
Yeah, and that's bullshit. That means coaching means nothing. That means coaching
clearly it was shit.
Coaching is everything, especially in football. Coaching is everything.
It's coaching and culture.
Yeah. Yes. And we have neither. So yeah, I mean, like,
God, I would chop my right nut off just to get fucking Dan Campbell here.
Oh man, if only we hired Dan Campbell instead.
God
of
damn,
I love Dan Campbell.
We all wanted Saleh at the time. Like Saleh was.
We did.
Yeah, 100%.
And like everyone, when the Lions hired Dan Campbell, and he started talking about,
and everyone was he's crazy. Was like, I want to cut this fucking kneecaps off.
Dan Campbell gives no fucks about anybody.
Nothing.
Anybody.
You know what? Guess where he's from?
He wants to do.
Where is he from?
Detroit.
I don't know.
He's from Texas.
These Texas ass niggas, shit. But honestly, Dan Campbell is the head coach that you'd want.
As you want to fight for him.
Yeah.
You want to fight for him.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know who won that. Honestly, I think it's an even trade, but that might have been the most even trade I've ever seen.
What trade?
But Matt Stafford and Jared Goff.
Oh yeah, yes.
I know the Detroit Super Bowl is coming, and I hope it's now.
It's coming this year.
I hope it is.
They're at least gonna make it, and
I'm gonna get me a fucking
Amon Rodgers,
David Montgomery jersey.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Shanahan is still that.
I don't know. 49ers are out of the fucking. They're out of the race. I can't count on them anymore because they're fucking up big time.
But yeah, they're having a bit of a down year there. Some injuries.
They are, but all they needed to do is make the playoffs, and then
all they gotta do is
those are the games that count.
All right. At this point, should I drop Isaiah Pacheco?
No, I think he's coming back. He's coming back this week.
Is he really?
I think so. He's supposed to.
But I don't know.
Yo, I guarantee it's still going to be shared with Kareem.
Yeah, he'll be on a pitch count at first.
No, not yet at first. Like, I think that's going to be continuing.
You think that's how it's going to be?
It's going to be fairly even. Maybe Kareem gets more 1 week. Maybe
so?
Isaiah gets more of the other.
They might use Kareem Hunt as more of like the short yardage, like goal line.
They'll probably use him as like a third down back.
But no, I would definitely hang on to that.
All right,
I don't think he gets limited to that point, but if he does,
because I have Nick Chubb, so I might drop his ass. He hasn't been doing shit anyway.
What has Chubb done this season?
Nothing.
I was lucky where.
All right, so are we all on the Lions bandwagon?
Yeah, no, I'm rooting for the Lions.
I am too because I love Detroit. I love Detroit.
For me, it's Ravens Lions Super Bowl. That's what I want to see.
Ravens Lions. I'm thinking Buffalo Lions.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
They'll choke.
I think so. I think so because KC always I feel like KC is just holding back right now.
There's no way. There's no way Buffalo makes it there.
You don't think so? To the AFC?
I think
it's going to be an AFC showdown.
It's not on Buffalo. It's what you just said. Casey's holding back. That's when they actually fucking fuck the Bills up.
Yeah, because I feel like they're not taking the season serious. I feel like Mahomes is just like, okay, this is just whatever.
But in the playoffs, Buffalo's not beating KC.
No. I don't think they will.
Highly doubt.
But I'm saying, wait, who did I say for AFC Championship? Oh, divisional. All right.
Yeah.
Divisional. It's not going to be a KC versus Buffalo because they're too high.
I think Baltimore will beat Buffalo in the
Baltimore beat Buffalo, round. And that's how Kansas City gets.
You think Baltimore would beat Buffalo?
Yes, they already did.
Yeah, they already did during the season.
Yeah,
but Buffalo's a seasoned team now.
Okay, Baltimore's not now, and they also have Derrick Henry.
Baltimore just fucking lost to the Steelers.
Yes,
and they're gonna play them again.
The Steelers are pretty good.
The Steelers are pretty good, and they have shit on their team.
I'm putting that on Tomlin. I'm putting that on Tomlin being
it is Tomlin
head coach.
No shit,
a great ass head coach.
Yes.
Yeah,
they always go over 500 every single year. Every single year, they go over 500. It's not even a question.
Fucking head
coach.
Can
we just trade our next 5 first-round picks for Mike Tomlin?
Fuck, I'd do it. I would.
I'm like half kidding.
I was not.
No, I know you're kidding, but I would. I
would trade like 2.
I think I would too.
No, fuck 2, 5. 5.
I'm saying I think I would trade 5 too. Like I would also do that.
Well, if that's the case, if we trade 5, we need the GM also.
Yeah, well, I think Tomlin is the de facto.
I ain't lying.
He probably is the de facto.
I think Tomlin.
GM.
You think
you want
runs the whole thing.
No.
Mike Tomlin's crazy because
he really
I seen a lot of interviews with him, and he was talking about the 2010 defense was the defense that really made like referees call throw flags all the time.
Yeah.
Like 2008,
and he didn't have to put bounties on motherfuckers.
The 2010 defense with Troy Polamalu, James Harrison.
Yeah.
I think Cam Hayward was on there.
Yo,
I'm not sure.
Hands
Frank
down the best,
was on that
best
team.
Head coach
Ryan Clark was on there, and he was actually a beast. I did not know Ryan Clark was that good.
Ryan Clark was a monster. Good.
Was James Ferrier on that team, or was he still playing at that point?
James Ferrier, yes, he was. He was a jet. James Ferrier was good. He was on that team.
He was great for
and that was the Super Bowl team that the Green Bay Packers beat. That was the Super Bowl team we lost to.
Yep.
Yeah.
If only they threw a few more flags in that game.
God damn it.
Not that.
Look, if the NFL's rigged, Tomlin is hands down rigging it.
I mean, he's been you know how long do you know how long he's been the head coach for the Steelers? 2007.
Yeah, since 07.
7?
Yeah.
Never a fucking losing record.
He's been 8-8 or better every single year.
Not once.
Yeah, even in their bad, even in like the years where they're not that good.
You know,
that's insane.
I was really considering the transfer portal. I'm not even lying. I was like, you know what? These motherfuckers, they've only had 3 head coaches.
Yep. Yeah.
3.
Yeah, it was Chuck Noll, then it was Bill Cowher.
And then Mike Tomlin. Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck Noll.
That's insane.
That really is. That really fucking is. Because honestly,
you see what good organizations do.
Yeah, Chuck Noll coached the team from 1969 to 1991.
Damn.
And then it was Cowher
31 years, 32 years.
That's insane. Damn.
And then
honestly,
Bill
Tomlin's
Cowher.
probably.
You know what's crazy? Bill Cowher's cousin I went to high school with.
Oh, word?
Yeah. I swear to God. He was my neighbor.
So
he was my neighbor, and his dad was his brother.
Shit.
And they lived in Connecticut. I swear to God. Mikey Cowher. He's a drummer.
That reminds me of one of the partners that I work for. As they said, he could have invested with Harvey Weinstein back in the day.
Oh, God. Did he? Did he do it?
He did. If he did, he wouldn't be a partner now.
Man, if he, I thought you were gonna say Jeffrey Epstein. Man.
Oh.
Well, this podcast
money,
took a turn.
Not morals. Not morals.
Quite a turn.
Not morals. Shit.
Quite a turn. All right, can we get back to the Jets now?
Yeah.
So are we tanking? Are we tanking?
Oh yeah, we're tanking. The tank is fully on.
My name is
okay. All right.
I don't care about no 3%.
So is the mock draft alive now?
It's alive. I don't think we should do one tonight. But
no, we're not doing one
I don't think the mock draft is viable right now. We need to lose a couple more games first.
Nigga, what the fuck?
Yeah, right now we hold the 7th pick in the draft.
You think we're gonna go on a win streak?
No, a losing streak. We're gonna get top 3 pick.
I think we'll. I think we win like 2 or. I think we win like 2.
So we have to lose to the Jags.
Yeah, but that's a game we're definitely going to win.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We're going
to win that game because we want to lose it. That's how we're going to win.
Yeah, I remember I called that game a loss.
Top 5 picks. Top 5 picks by the end of the season. Who do you all
Top 5 picks is that
top 5 picks.
Top 5 picks of who's picking?
Yeah.
I think Jacksonville.
Giants
probably.
It doesn't have to be in any order.
Or
doesn't have to be in any order.
Yeah, Jacksonville.
Giants
Tennessee.
are 1. Panthers are 1.
Cleveland.
We're actually, you know what's crazy? We actually draft ahead of the Carolina Panthers as of right now. we have a worse record than the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, because of schedule difficulty, probably.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
I know the rest of our schedule is fairly.
No, we're easy. We're 3-8 and they're 3-7.
They're because they didn't go to the bye week yet. Oh, they did.
Or this was their bye week.
Yeah, this was their bye week. Giants bye week too.
Yeah, because they both played in Germany,
mm-hmm.
And decided to take their byes.
Man.
But yeah, I mean, I would say Jacksonville's pretty firmly up there. You know, Tennessee, the Giants, Browns, Vegas, New England, us.
What if the Jags decided to trade Trevor Lawrence?
I don't think they will.
I don't want Trevor Lawrence.
Who would even want to take on that contract?
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. It was an idea. I don't know who would have taken it.
Jags gonna be bums, but
what about Bobby Slowick as head coach?
We're gonna be top 5.
I
think we're gonna be top 5 in draft
I'm good.
picks.
I'm good on Bobby Slowick. Yeah, I'm very good on Bobby Slowick because I see that the team just how they just slowed down. I don't think he has that like ignition to just drive a team, especially as a head coach. I don't see it in him.
Yeah, Stroud's kind of taking a bit of a step back this year.
And I've listened to a lot of Houston fans. They're like, if you want to hire Bobby, don't, because he is not that good. He will not be a good head coach, and I believe it because I see it.
All right, fair enough.
Well, he ain't there now. He ain't there now when they're.
Hey, well, whoever hires him, we'll see.
probably going to be us now.
Shit, it probably will.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know who we're going to hire, but I know it's going to be wrong.
Yeah, it's a.
What a fucking observation you did right there.
Yeah, it's highly unlikely they get the.
Yeah,
holy shit!
I can't. Woody, honestly, if we want the Jets to ever win the Super Bowl, Woody needs to sell the goddamn team.
I don't. You know what's crazy? I don't even think it's fucking Woody's fault.
That's wild.
I don't.
That's wild to me. That's wild because Woody's never been.
How many fucking times are you gonna fuck? I think they do hire the right head coach, and he just fucks it up afterwards.
But that's still him fucking it up.
It's true, but I'm talking about the hires.
Yeah, but if I hire someone,
I think he's just getting mad, and he doesn't let the shit get into fruition.
Yeah,
like I think the whole Herman Edwards thing, it was fun. Eric Mangini, he fired him too quick. I mean, what more do you want? Rex Ryan, he fucked up and fired Mike Tannenbaum. He fired Saleh. He couldn't even let the defense play out. Like, what the fuck more? I don't know.
I want to.
It's just because he has too big of an ego. Like it is him, and he just gets too decisive in the moment where it's okay.
Yeah, but,
I need to do this. He does. He has no patience.
But the issue is why? Why is your ego?
Because all his friends are making fun of him. That's why.
So what?
Exactly what I just said. His billionaire friends are making fun of him.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's embarrassed, and I think
problem.
He wants to
goddamn team.
Exactly, it's not your problem. It ain't your money because that's his money. He's like, oh shit, we'll be selling $30 tickets now, $20 tickets. Shit, that's the first time I went to a Jets game.
Fucking owner.
Yo, hold on.
Guess what? You can't sell the fucking owner. So what do you want to do?
Hold on. I have hold on, everybody shut up for a minute. I have some
I'm shutting up.
News here. So this is a report from The Athletic. Apparently after the team's loss to the Denver Broncos, Woody Johnson called a meeting with the coaches and front office executives and suggested that the team bench Aaron Rodgers for Tyrod Taylor. The move apparently stunned coaches and Douglas, who talked Woody out of it, and that it would embarrass Aaron Rodgers and not sit.
So you fired Douglas?
More stunning implications from the article. Johnson unilaterally fired Robert Saleh on October 8th without consulting anybody. He blocked Bryce Huff's extension wishes from Douglas. So Douglas was trying to extend Bryce Huff, and Woody wouldn't let him. Johnson nixed a Douglas trade offering Alan Lazard and a day 2 pick for Jerry Jeudy. Woody Johnson's micromanagement of JD escalated after forcing Douglas to fire close friend Rex Hogan. Following the move, it's theorized, Douglas told staff, it's theorized that he told other people on the staff, Woody should just fire me now. When Chad Alexander, Douglas's top advisor,
he gone.
The Chargers. Joe Johnson blocked Joe Douglas from replacing him, further diminishing his authority. Hassan Reddick held out after Woody refused to negotiate a contract extension. Tyron Smith and Mike Williams signings were both Woody Johnson driven. Woody Johnson pushed the Devontae Adams trade. That's not surprising. Tony Adams got benched because of Woody Johnson. That was against the wishes of the that was against the wishes of the coaching staff. And Woody Johnson and Aaron Rodgers likely won't be back, and Woody Johnson prefers to move on, is what the report says.
Well, fuck what Woody wants. This nigga's
why?
Gonna sell the team.
That's his team.
Nah.
What else you want him to do? You can't force him to sell the team.
You're right. You're right. I can't force him to sell the team. Right.
I just went on Instagram and just saw that.
I wish Jets fans could collaborate and just be like, all right, we're not buying tickets to any game until Woody's gone.
Even if you do that, the problem with that is even if you do that, there's still so much money in the TV deal that it would barely.
Oh yeah, no.
Hold on. I gotta tweet. I just got to tweet.
Like that would be a blow to his ego.
All right. Yeah. So Hecker knows about Tony Payments. So I see a tweet here. It says Diana Rossini no like Aaron Rodgers. Diana Rossini no like Jets. Diana Rossini write bullshit article embarrassing Aaron Rodgers and Jets.
Also Manish Mehta tweeted out Joe Douglas.
Oh, he's back.
Oh yeah, well he's not back in the on the Jets beat, but he's back on the timeline. He tweeted out Joe Douglas's phone number.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Let's call in on podcast right now.
I'm good.
I'll do it.
But he ain't gonna answer. I'll be down for it, but he ain't gonna answer.
Yeah, he probably won't answer. But fuck it, I'll call it.
Not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna give you the number. I'm not gonna give it to you, but if you go on Twitter, you can find it.
Oh my God, you're the worst.
I don't think I think it's crossing a line, and I don't want to be like
DM it to me then.
Take a screenshot. But it's absolute nonsense that Woody thinks he knows what's best for the team.
I'm not even gonna call him right now. I'm gonna call him tomorrow morning and then act like I'm offering him a job.
Yeah, it's also funny that
he probably changed the number by then.
Yeah, he's probably already changed it.
Yeah.
Shit.
But yeah, so yeah, Woody has like even more control than we thought. Actually, is what's really
a terrible fucking owner.
Yeah, that's what's really baffling about this.
Jerry Jones Jr.
Not Junior. Senior.
How is he senior? Jerry Jones looked like he's a fucking. He looks like what's that fucking show? The Tales of the Crypt.
Mo, I just DM'd you.
It ain't about age that he's a senior. It's about the arrogance. The arrogance that you think you know more about football than anyone else. Fuck out of here. That's the reason why the Cowboys are absolute shit. Same with the Jets.
I told you, Jerry Jones Jr. At least they win games.
Not Junior. We don't. Not Junior. I ain't giving him the fucking junior status because
they won three Super Bowls. We won one.
Nah. You're right about that. But saying he's a junior is saying like, oh yeah, no, he learned it from Jerry. Nah, this nigga didn't learn from Jerry. He was always this way. Always.
No, he wasn't this extreme. He wasn't this extreme. Hecker, was he this extreme? He's never fired a fucking coach.
Yeah, no, Woody. I think Woody's gone off the deep end. That's very clear.
Yeah, it has. He has. And
you tell me Jerry wouldn't do the same? He wouldn't follow in suit?
Has he done it?
I'm saying if the next 5 years are the same as the Jets for the Cowboys, he wouldn't.
Has he done it?
Well, Mike McCarthy.
Of course not.
Mike
That's why
McCarthy's
he's
probably
a
getting
junior.
fired this year.
They're
Mike
both
McCarthy as the
idiots.
offensive coordinator with Aaron Rodgers.
Yo, right here. Trade Aaron to the fucking Cowboys.
That would be kind of lit, actually.
I would love it.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys would probably stick with Dak before they take on Aaron at this point.
Yeah, because they have some fucking
extended
sense.
the man.
Because Jerry has some kind of fucking sense about football. He's still
Aaron Rodgers,
idiot.
Aaron Rodgers.
Jerry has more sense about like
Aaron
business
Rodgers
wise
and
because he got the whole.
are going to the Raiders.
Yeah,
they're going back.
He can go to Raiders. I'd rather see Aiden fucking O'Connell play.
He got his Taco Bell over there.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, the Raiders will probably want to draft a quarterback.
Oh, yeah, no, without doubt they want to draft a quarterback. But I'd still rather start Aiden over fucking Aaron. Aaron looks like a bum-ass nigga in the fucking pocket. Fuck out of here.
I can't even say nothing.
We haven't really discussed Mike Vrabel. Would you want Mike Vrabel as a coach or like?
I would take Vrabel.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind Mike Vrabel.
100%, I'd take Vrabel.
What about Kevin Stefanski if the Browns fire him? I think if the Browns fire
OC maybe OC.
Yeah, he's kind of been given a lot of talent and didn't really do a lot, and he did run Baker out of there, which for Deshaun Watson, which was very clearly a mistake.
Terrible fucking choice.
But he's won Coach of the Year twice. He's a good offensive play caller. Honestly, if we're doing like an old coach that got fired or retired or whatever, I would hit up Bruce Arians. But
I still want to figure out who the hell we're gonna get at the GM.
Yeah, I mean,
it's gonna be Phil Savage next year.
They're gonna hire someone. No. It's not gonna be. They're gonna hire.
I heard about the executive guy from the Vikings. I don't know if that's on the table.
Yeah, the names I've heard get tossed around is Agnew. NFL general manager candidates 2025
I don't believe in top 20. I don't believe in Woody doing homework for his choice.
What about Mike?
I don't believe in that shit.
What about Mike Bergonzi, the assistant GM of the Kansas City Chiefs? He looks like he'll be in the market for a GM job. He probably won't want to come here.
No.
Yeah, why would he? In all seriousness, why the fuck would he?
Yeah, Alec Hallaby, the assistant GM of the Philadelphia Eagles.
I can't even argue with that.
I don't know everyone who's out there.
Yeah.
All I know is if Phil Savage had anything to do with drafting Sauce, Brees, I guess he deserves a chance.
He was always involved with the Senior Bowl, wasn't he?
I mean he was part of they're not promoting Phil Savage to GM. Like he's basically I think he was basically like a member of like Joe Douglas's staff who got promoted. Yeah. Like they need to like wipe the floor clean of like they need to get
but if you're talking about wiping the floor clean, it's still going to be under Woody's what Woody wants, and that's
I
going to be fucking
terrible. I understand that, and I wish that we could fire him too. I truly, really do. I wish I wish nothing but the worst for Woody Johnson, to be quite honest with you.
100%, yes.
But
yeah.
Yeah, I just think you can't have anyone from this regime left over. Like everyone's got to be gone.
Yeah, no, we have to clean house, 100% clean house, and then I'm just gonna be looking at the fucking the culture ain't gonna change. That's what's sad. The culture is not gonna change because Woody thinks, oh, he knows what's best. This is what needs to be done. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
he's a
the fact
dumbass.
that he
Why do you think I don't give a shit anymore?
The fact he wanted to bench Aaron Rodgers after the not that Aaron Rodgers played well in the Denver game or anything, but the fact he wanted to bench Aaron Rodgers after that game,
9 fucking points,
kind of insane.
9.
So, yeah, still insane.
Granted, though, since that game, Denver has proven that they have a formidable defense.
Hey, Bo Nix is looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Bo Nix turned the corner.
And I've been telling my girl that for weeks. I was like, hey, he's not getting the credit he deserves.
Yeah, he's right now in the betting odds for Rookie of the Year. He's actually in second. Like Jaden Daniels is still like running away with it, but Bo Nix is like the next guy. And if Jaden Daniels continues to struggle, honestly, I might sprinkle a little something on Bo Nix winning Rookie of the Year.
Jaden's been playing with like a broken rib for the past like 3 weeks.
A broken rib?
I ain't gonna put the blame on him. That honestly, that nigga's been like, he even throws in pain. I ain't putting the blame on him. But
yeah, I'm not putting the blame on him either. I'm just saying that
if that's the difference,
if that continues and Bo Nix continues to play well, Bo Nix could overtake him as Rookie of the Year. So, it could be a good value play. For the gambling, I think he's like plus 400 or plus 300, so you can still get pretty good value on him.
That ain't bad, but Jaden's gonna come back end of the season. The last like 4 weeks, he's gonna be dominant again. Jaden Daniels is the real deal. I wish we can get a quarterback like Jaden.
How about you? I don't know if Shador, a quarterback coach like Cliff Kingsbury as the head coach.
You ain't selling me on Kingsbury.
Why not?
I'm sold on Kingsbury. Bring him home.
What really was the reason why he got fired from Arizona?
Because I think the whole thing just bottomed out, and they went like 4-13.
Yeah, because Kyler Murray wants to play video games with Call of Duty.
A new Call of Duty came out, and Kyler Murray was playing video games. And,
think about all the quarterbacks he's developed in college.
Just, like, the team missed their opportunity to. Dude, think about this: the Cardinals have rebuilt their team, gone to the playoffs, and have like rebuilt their team again during the time that like Joe Douglas has been GM, and we still can't win more than 7 games.
But look at all the quarterbacks Cliff Kingsbury developed in college. Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray, all these motherfuckers.
Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury and Cam Ward. Cliff Kingsbury and Cam Ward sounds real nice. I think they could do some work.
See,
Cam Ward.
That would be a pairing I wouldn't be opposed to.
Yeah, I think I'm on the Cliff Kingsbury train.
I ain't there yet. If we hire him, I'll give him a chance.
That would be
I ain't there for like, oh yeah, no, this is the answer to our fucking prayers.
He might be, he might not be. I think he's a viable option. I think it would be better than I think they could do a lot worse than Cliff Kingsbury.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no. We could definitely do worse.
Yeah, like your Eric Bieniemy.
Nah, you wow.
He can develop a quarterback. All right, got it.
I don't know if he could.
Exactly, but
we do know
Cliff Kingsbury could.
He was there calling offensive plays. and helping Pat Mahomes develop.
I just told you he was calling the running plays.
I don't know if I believe that.
Okay, look it up.
That's it. He was just calling the running plays. That's it.
On the Chiefs?
That's it. Just the running plays.
Nigga, he was holding his fucking pocket.
Look, Andy Reid is one of the greatest coaches ever. Yeah.
How's Andy Reid been doing without him?
And not as well.
Okay, not as well. Whatever.
Not as well. He just won a Super Bowl the last 2 years.
Two
Two
Super Bowls.
That's what I said. A Super Bowl the past 2 years, but yeah, 2 Super Bowls the past 2 years.
No, Bieniemy was there 2 years ago, wasn't he?
He won one Super Bowl with him.
No, I think when did Bieniemy leave the Chiefs?
He went.
I thought he left last year.
Bieniemy was only there for because Bieniemy was on the football commanders as their
last year.
He was there. He was their OC too.
Last year, yeah.
You know,
under
last year,
Ron Rivera.
He still coached.
And how good were
they? When they won a Super Bowl after losing.
Okay, so he was there for 2 of them. Yeah, he was there in 2022.
But he had no significant impact.
How good was he on
Washington? You could say the offense dropped off since Bieniemy left.
Yes, it definitely. First off, it definitely did. But you could also put that on Tyreek Hill not being there. But
now they have
certainly
Xavier
dropped off since he left.
How much has it dropped off? They still won the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, they won the Super Bowl. Yes, 100% they did. 100% they did.
And that's because of who? Would it been Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes. There you go.
But would it have been more of a dominant win if he was there? I don't know. Because when he was there,
dominant win. They won.
The Chiefs don't win dominantly. They're the Chiefs are like they're just there.
They used to. No, they used to.
I think the Chiefs are just fucking around right now.
I don't know about that.
Wait till playoffs come.
All I'm saying is, when Bieniemy was the OC there, they were dominating goddamn near every game.
They got your other boy, DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had one good game.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, after Bieniemy left, their offense dropped.
It dropped.
It did.
If I had Tom Brady, of course, we're still going to do work. If you have Pat Mahomes, of course, they're still going to do work. The Chiefs also
might just be coasting through the regular season because they know that they know that what really matters is playoffs.
Is the playoffs, yeah.
And I feel like they did the same thing last season.
Yeah, like they're coasting this year, and they just. We're talking about how a team that just lost their first game in Week 11 is coasting.
So
that's kind of funny.
Yeah. So you're talking.
Exactly.
So you're saying they've been coasting ever since Bieniemy left. But nah,
you're asking me they've been coasting.
No, I'm saying y'all are saying he's been like the Chiefs have been coasting in general ever since Bieniemy left.
Have they not?
That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean? That's what you're saying?
They were dominant before. They were beating.
They're not dominant.
They were
now?
whooping. They were whooping teams. Like it wasn't
and you really think that Bieniemy was the one that made the big difference?
Well, correlation is not always causation.
Hey, that nigga. Don't put that scientific bullshit on me right now.
But I mean, you don't know that either.
I don't.
You can attribute it to what you want.
Always. It ain't always correlation, but that's also why I said Tyreek Hill when he left. Yeah, no. Their offense.
Now look at him now. Look at him now. He had 60 yards the last game, and they won.
Yeah, because
exactly.
That's all they needed.
So what the fuck? Football makes no sense. End of story.
They didn't need only 60 yards when Bieniemy was there, but they got more. They got more.
Yeah, because of the running plays. Understand? He was calling the running plays. God damn it! How much do I have to take? Who's playing right now? Guess what? The Pacheco's out. And now, how do they look?
Yo, Kareem Hunt looks good. Carson Steele looks good.
Ass.
Yeah, but he looks good.
That clearly means that the system is working without
Bieniemy.
Without
Bieniemy.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
with Bieniemy, it strived. There was a difference. That's what I'm saying.
So it sounds like to me you're a Chiefs fan.
No, I'm a Bieniemy fan.
Oh my God.
I think there's pros and cons to it. I mean, like with anything, like I'd say, like, you know, like the pros are that, you know, he's been around an organization, like knows how to win, and like he knows what winning looks like.
And he would probably. But the thing is, Justin wants him to be the Jets head coach.
Yeah, there's a lot of
yes, 100%.
There's a lot of unknown. I mean,
I wish this could happen in another reality where me and Hecker could pick the head coach, and then Justin could have his, and see how it works out.
If you wild, I think you're wild and think that Bieniemy would be a terrible head coach.
I didn't say he would be terrible. I didn't say he would be terrible. I didn't say he would be terrible. I said that's not the best option.
What? That's not the best option? All right.
No.
So who's a better offensive head coach than Bieniemy right now?
Motherfucker, I could tell you Bill Belichick would be better.
Yeah, Kingsbury.
Belichick's not signing with us. And he's a defensive head coach.
You asked who would be better.
What about Brian Flores?
He's a defensive head coach.
Brian Flores.
I mean, he is an asshole, but he's probably too much of an asshole.
Yeah.
He's from Brooklyn, though.
Yeah.
Flores wouldn't work.
He's from New York. He played at Boston College.
Flores wouldn't work. He wouldn't be able to change the culture. And that's what we need. We need a culture change.
I don't know.
That's what I think Bieniemy could bring.
Yeah, and I do think they need someone who's going to be a bit of an asshole because, like, this coaching stuff has, like, been holding their hands, like, this whole time.
100%.
John Gruden.
I agree with that.
John Gruden.
I'm not down.
That nigga's just wild and racist.
I don't care.
We don't need that.
Fuck it. I don't give a shit of him being racist. Is he a good football coach? Yes.
But the players ain't gonna want to play.
He hasn't really been a good football coach in a while, though.
These are millennial fucking football players. Millennial and Gen Z football players. They ain't gonna play for Gruden.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna play for Gruden.
Probably not.
They ain't gonna give their all for Gruden. I'm sorry, but that's just the fucking that's the world we live in right now.
I don't give a fuck.
You can 100% not give a fuck, but they ain't playing their hearts out for Gruden. They ain't no fucking way.
You know what? All I know is he's a crazy motherfucker and he loves football.
He is.
That's all I know.
Yeah, we're gonna need
that's who I want coaching my team. And he's an offensive-minded coach.
He is 100%.
I'll agree to disagree on that.
On offensive-minded?
No, I mean I'll agree to disagree on wanting him as the next head coach.
Oh,
I mean, I don't want.
I
I
don't
mean,
want
who? All right, he's an option. He's not my top fucking three, but he's an option right now.
Well, who's your top? Who is
I don't
your
even
top
know what
option?
my top three would be.
I don't even know either, but he's definitely in. He's up there.
I think we should definitely, we'll definitely have some time to brainstorm who are who
right
are
now.
top options are.
I already told you, Cliff Kingsbury.
Hands down, my
yeah. Cliff Kingsbury might be close to the top for me just because like every quarterback he touches.
I have him in the top like 3. At least.
Yeah. Cliff might even be top 1 for me because just every quarterback he touches, he turns to gold, and that's what we need.
That is very true.
We need someone who can do that. So,
what if he turned Jordan Travis into gold?
Who's these?
That would be impressive because Jordan Travis
would be insane.
Because Jordan Travis doesn't really have an arm. I would like to see him play at some point, though, just to like see what we have.
I would like to see him play right now.
I don't know about right now. He hasn't even like practiced this year, but I would like to see him take reps at some point.
Who the fuck is the quarterback that they can touch the goal? It ain't Aaron Rodgers.
Cam Ward.
Fuck it is it?
We're drafting one.
All right, so we're
Cam
drafting
Ward,
one.
Jackson Dart.
We got to take a season. Mo, you're the expert for the fucking college.
No, I'm not. Prospects. I don't do shit.
All right. All I hear is Shedeur Sanders. That's it.
Well,
hell fucking no.
Hell no, I agree. Hell no to Shedeur. Hell no to Deion Sanders too, because that means our next head coach is Deion.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Justin sounds like he was signing up for it too.
So who? Ewers?
No,
I'm not crazy about him.
I don't know.
I like Cam Ward,
he's
and I like Jackson Dart.
I do like Cam Ward. I do like Jackson Dart, actually.
Yeah, Carson Beck stinks.
Yeah, he fucking sucks. I don't like Carson Beck at all.
So what quarterback could we get in that plays at a similar
honestly,
level?
I really don't like any of these quarterbacks.
I mean, even then, that's fine. You get Cliff Kingsbury. He'll probably Tyrod Taylor, if he stays healthy, would probably have a career year under Kingsbury, and then you could draft a quarterback the following year.
I do. You know who I do like? I do like Jackson Dart, and I do like Drew.
What's
Allen.
the issue? You like Allen?
If Tyrod
I do
has
like
a career
Allen.
year,
who fucking stinks? No thanks.
If
Tyrod, he's not coming out this
Taylor
year,
comes in
just
as
so
a
you know.
career year,
who Drew Aller? I've been seeing him in mocks.
Go away from him.
No, he's not coming out. He's going back.
He probably should, because he's.
I want Archie just for the name.
He's not coming here.
The Mannings would intervene. There's no shot. They would pull an Eli all over again. They would pull Archie's. They would pull Eli Manning's dad. He's not coming here. Anyways, I think it's about time we wrap up this show. Jets are on a bye, so they can't hurt you this week. They play Seattle the following week. They probably won't score a touchdown. We'll be back. We'll be back probably in the next week or so. We'll probably be back in like the next week or two to dive deeper into these GM and head coach candidates and really brainstorm on who
That's the only thing relevant about the goddamn Jets right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we do. We talk about rebuilds and draft season in November before Thanksgiving.
And tanking.
And tanking and all the arguments that go into pro tank or anti tank. So that's where we're at.
We're tanking.
Yep. I got to
tanking.
Yeah, I got to go play a game of college football for an online dynasty. But thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and follow us. We're gonna get back on the saddle. We took a little hiatus, but we are the we're out of the back cave and we're ready to talk some Jets again. So,
yeah. 4th and 20, right? Coming back.
Yep, 4th and 20 coming back soon. But for now, follow us, on our Twitter and Instagram that is listed below. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time. Unlock the swag. The swag.
Unlock.
Peace.